I think that the US government should let me move to Antarctica. I mean, not permanently. Maybe just for a little while. A month or so. Long enough so that I'll feel nostalgic thinking about it. The lowest temperature ever recorded in Antarctica was negative 128 degrees Fahrenheit, but where I'm from, it's 40 degrees, and sometimes at night, if I'm lucky, it'll get down to 30. Everywhere feels like an in-between space to me. I use the word home very lightly. If I'm visiting a friend for the day, I'll call their home home. And when I'm in a hotel room, it's a home too, just a temporary home. And I have other homes too, but those aren't important. Maybe you think this is stupid. Antarctica is inhabited mainly by researchers for a reason. It has winds that get up to almost 200 miles per hour, and there's probably no way you could just casually survive there. I've got a plan. I'll sneak onto an Antarctic cargo ship in the dead of night and hide in one of the crates. The crate, my new home, will carry me all the way into the unsuspecting Antarctic research facility. It'll be too late to send me back by the time I'm found out. When I visit my hometown, I'll sometimes argue with my dad. He won't let me set the thermostat below 75 degrees. Way too hot for a house. I'd almost argue unlivable. Last year I was living in an apartment under dubious circumstances. The heating never worked and the walls were made from solid brick. Literally no insulation. Every night I would lay down, convinced that I might freeze to death in my sleep. But it's not cold enough here. Each day varies from 70 to 80 degrees outside. On a bad day, it gets up to 98 degrees. Nothing makes me miss home more, but I guess I don't deal with heat well, or maybe I really am hot-blooded. Whatever. Cold temperatures remind you that you're alive. It makes you aware of every part of your body. It's about survival. Look, think about it this way. You're trapped in a cave and there's no way out. It's dark and damp and it's pretty cold too, maybe 50 degrees. You end up sort of getting used to it. You find the most comfortable stalagmite to lay against, your eyes start to adjust to the darkness, you develop hobbies, like organizing rocks. Now, once the Cave Exploration Society finds you living down in this cave and pulls you back into the real world, there's always going to be a part of you that wants to return to the cave. Have you ever seen the movie The Thing? It's about a bunch of Antarctic scientists being slowly killed off by an alien that takes over your body and completely replicates their victim. I'm excited to see if it's real or not. I've been preparing for my incoming expedition. I'm ready to feel the cold air hitting my face and burning my skin on impact. I want to feel the tiny ice crystals tearing into my skin. Hypothermia can start to develop in temperatures of 50 degrees or lower. It will be more than sufficient. Did you know that with cases of severe hypothermia, the sufferer might start to hallucinate and take off all their clothes? I wonder what I would hallucinate. In other instances, the sufferer might find a small space to burrow into and die. I remember my last big blizzard. I was still just a little kid. I had dreams of building a giant igloo, but it was more like a hole in the snow. The cold totally killed our new azalea bush that we had just planted, and our family car froze to the road. My mom broke a hammer trying to unstick it. Did you know that the average American moves about 11 times in their entire lifetime? It's not nearly enough. I want to feel at home wherever I go. When I was a freshman in college, I lived in the dorms. For a strange period of time, I didn't have any roommates. I was worried I could die there and not be found for weeks. I always kept it at 68 degrees, and every night I would wake up shivering. Perfect. Anyways, once in the middle of the night, I left my dorm, and from there I stood in the unmoving elevator for at least 10 minutes. At that moment, the elevator was a home to me as well. Anything can be a home, and I think that given enough time, even an ice desert like Antarctica might be able to feel like a home too. So when the Antarctic scientists discover me living deep in their storerooms and I'm kicked out of Antarctica, I'll be able to look back on the experience and feel nostalgic.